Hi Aquarius, welcome. So Aquarius, this is going to be your reading. I'm going to start with the spiritual general messages and then I'm going to go into the you versus them love reading. My readings are timeless, so I just trust that whenever you find this, that's when it's meant for you. And let's get into it. Aquarius, you have the card of the sextile of opportunity. I love this card because it's all about doors of opportunity opening for you. It's about collaborating with other people, networking, all the things like us Aquarians love. And yes, I'm an Aquarian too. But this is also talking about promises and bringing insight and clarity and communication coming in, right? So if there has been like this little fog or there's been anything being swept under the rug, so to speak, that might be coming out as well, particularly around the full moon. So the next full moon is somewhere around July 21st, I think. And in the Aries reading, that was highlighted, and I feel that energy coming through again. So I'm not sure, if there's something significant about this full moon. We have one, every month, but I just feel a lot of energy coming through around that. So pay attention to that time frame around July 21st, okay? So let's get into this and see what we have coming through for my Aquarius. Aquarius, what can Aquarius expect? What's going on for Aquarius? You have the card of change. Let's see what else for my Aquarius. Ooh, going with the flow. Okay, I like that. Conditioning and awareness. So again, this card is talking about an awareness being brought to a situation, clarity coming through. But sometimes this can also talk about self-awareness, Aquarius. Something that maybe you've been blind to about yourself, right? Because we all have blind spots. No matter how emotionally intelligent we are, no matter how much self-evaluation we do, we all have these blind spots where like we can't truly see ourselves outside of ourselves because we're always inside of ourselves, if that makes sense. So sometimes our blind spots, quote unquote, get pointed out by other people, or life has a funny way of like showing it to us, of areas of growth that we may not be aware of, Aquarius. So it could very well be that you're gaining some self-awareness about maybe a behavior or a trait or something that you have going on that you weren't even aware that you were doing, or weren't even aware it affected people like that. It's interesting that's coming up because I literally just had a situation like that where I wasn't aware that like my style of humor or my sense of humor was actually offending somebody I loved. And yeah, I've known this person for my whole life, and I've never known that. I've never known that until literally just recently. They finally brought it up to me like, hey, like that hurts my feelings. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, because I just thought we were shooting the shit. Excuse my language. So anyways, I tell you that to say that that was a blind spot for me. I didn't pick that up, right? Like I guess I just assumed everybody got my humor, but humor is very unique, right? And so I'm like, okay, I won't do that anymore. Anyways, you might have something similar to that come up, okay, during this time frame where you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize I do that, or I didn't realize I have that tick, or that, or maybe it's a positive thing, like maybe somebody points out that a blind spot you have is like you inspire people and you didn't even know it. You know what I mean? So it could be a variety of things. You have the card of change coming here, and then going with the flow. So there seems to be some changes on the horizon for you, Aquarius, and really the insistency here from Spirit is to just go with it. Don't resist it. Don't push against it. I also heard don't deny it. So I don't know if that resonates, but take it. It's just like accept it, allow it, move forward. So let's get into it further, Aquarius, and see what we have coming through for you, for my Aquas. What else can Aquarius expect? You have the card of Six of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. So this is really positive energy here. This is talking about generosity, equal give and take, but it could also talk about, financially speaking, balance coming to your financial life, or a payout of some sort, whether that's you paying out or somebody paying you. But sometimes it talks about equal exchange of money, Aquarius. And then you have the Eight of Wands, which is talking about fast movement forward, fast communication, things coming through for you. I always see this as my good news card when it's paired with other positive cards. So you might be getting some good news about an opportunity to make money, or for your ships to come in, is what I'm hearing when it comes to like work, your goals, income, things of that nature. But it could also be, yes, in relationships, talking about like equal give and take in relationships. And then you have the Three of Wands, which to me is a travel card, but it could also be talking about just looking to your future and things moving forward for you. So if it has felt like, you know, again, that there's been a little bit of a fog, or things have been on hold or stagnant, I feel things moving forward as we go throughout this time frame, and particularly in July. So let's see what else we have. Oops, misfire. Let me see what else we have for Aquarius. Let me tell you, I've had this song in my head all day. It may or may not even resonate with any of you, but I just gotta tell you. It's the song where she says, got me wide, wide open, got a 45 on them, and he pushed about 102. I got a thing for the wild ones. Don't all Aquariuses have a thing for the wild ones? We are the wild ones. What are you talking about? Take that if it resonates, but I had to get it out of my mouth because it was playing in my head. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, it's Nine of Wands, the Hangman, the Five of Pentacles. What a vast difference in the energy here. So it's funny because like the first row of cards is all like this opening energy, this opening presence here, good news coming in. And then you have the Nine of Wands, which is funny because like this person has their guard up. They're very skeptical, almost defensive energy. The Hanged Man, which can be very uncomfortable, right? They're just kind of stuck in that position. But it is also talking about gaining a different perspective. And then the Five of Pentacles, which is feeling broke, alone, misunderstood, left out. So what is going on here, Aquarius? There's like a shift of good and then a shift of not so good coming through. And this is coming through the emotional, I'm actually getting, this is coming through your perspective. Like, I feel like whatever change is occurring here, you can choose to see it in a positive light, or you can choose to see it in a negative light, Aquarius. And you get to choose that. That is where your free will comes in, right? So some of you, if you choose to take this more like guarded, skeptical, defensive stance, or maybe start focusing on the lack, you know, what you don't have as opposed to what you have, then this may swing this energy out of your favor, actually. So perspective is everything right now. It always is, but specifically during this full moon, during the July time frame. So it's about seeing the positive, seeing the opportunity here, and then moving in the right direction towards that better feeling, towards that good feeling, towards that positive outlook. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog. He's going crazy right now. Dog, be a good boy. All right, so let's see what else we have coming through, and I'll clarify this a little bit for us. What else can Aquarius expect? Oh, you. Oh, shit. Oh, you. You want to come up here? Come say hi back. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come over here. Come here. Not back there. That's because he wants out. I'm not listening to him. He's literally throwing a temper tantrum right now. I see you. All right. Anyways, let's see what else here. Let's see what else, Aquarius. So these last two cards that came out, I know exactly what this means. So I'm gonna kind of elaborate here in a minute. I feel like there's a sense of like you feeling or questioning whether something or not, whether something's really gonna work out. You know what I mean? Like, and using that like analytical piece of yourself, Aquarius, to kind of slice it and dice it in your head, which is a normal air sign quality to have. And in a lot of ways that helps you, but in some ways it hinders you, especially when you overthink, especially when you over focus on what could go wrong or the possible downfalls. And so I'm not saying to jump into something willy-nilly or without examining it with your logical mind, but I am saying give as much weight, Aquarius, to what could go right as you are to what could go wrong, because some of you are tipping in that what could go wrong direction. And if you understand law of attraction, you get what you focus on. So the more you focus on the wrongness of something, the more likely it is to go wrong, right? So if you really, really want to be logical about this, I would keep it balanced with what you're giving your attention to and try to tip the scales to what could go right, right? Because some of you are really questioning, like, I don't know if this is going to work out for me. And also, que sera, sera. Maybe it doesn't work out. Okay, who cares? Then you move on to the next and the next and the next. You know, life keeps going on. Another opportunity is going to open for you. So like this fear of failure as well as coming through. And it's like there's no such thing. There's only opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. So if something doesn't go your way, right, or doesn't work out for you, that's just because there is something else that will. There's another avenue to go down. There's another pathway to go down. So it's, you know, Spirit's really wanting you to take that higher level perspective of there is no endedness. There is no endedness. You truly are eternal, so you cannot get it wrong, right? You can only continue to make choices, and those choices lead you to other opportunities. So the insistency here is to just relax in all of this and allow whatever changes are going to come through, go with the flow. You might learn something new about yourself too through this process, or become aware of something you weren't aware of before. But with the death and rebirth in the reverse, this is like never-endedness, right? Like, like you're never going to get to a resting place where you're just like, okay, and now I'm done. Well, I mean, you will, but it'll be your final resting place, quote unquote. Well, not really, because then when you leave this body, you go somewhere else. So you see what I mean? There is no endedness to this. It is just choices. So since it's never over and you can't get it wrong, why not think in the positive direction? Why not imagine how things can work out for you? Why not be open to this change? Why not be open to this opportunity, right? Because there's good news coming through, and I feel you being skeptical about it. I feel you being, you know, a little bit like, you know, I don't know if I want to give to this my time, my money, my energy, whatever it is, my love, because I'm not sure if it's going to work out. And yet that keeps you in limbo. So it's like all or nothing, you know, or like, but the limbo is not serving you, right? So the only way you can know if something is going to change or work out or get better is to try, and let go of the fear of failure, because there is no such thing. So let's see what the guidance is, and then we're going to go to the love reading for my Aquariuses. What is the guidance here? Card number 3. The law of attraction assembles all cooperative relationships. So there's this vortex of becoming a vortex that contains all of your requests, each and every detail of each and every asking that has ever emanated from you. And the law of attraction is always responding to that. The vortex is literally drawing in all things necessary for the completion of every request it contains. All cooperative components are being summoned and are coming for the completion of your creations, for the answering of your questions, and for the solution to your problems. Ooh, I like that one. Mm-hmm. All right, what an awesome start to the reading. Let's go to the you versus them now. Stay right there. I'll be right back. And welcome back. So, Aquarius, now we're going to get into the love reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind it is a general read, so the roles can be reversed. Feel free to flip them if you need to. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you have the card of control as your overall energy. This is also the Four of Wands. And then this person has the card of fighting and tuning in, which is really interesting because I felt a reference to the Aries reading in the spiritual portion of this, and then the Aries reading also got this card of conflict and fighting. So if you have Aries in your chart or you're connecting with one, make sure you check out their reading as well. So I feel like this is you, Aquarius, really trying to maintain your composure, to stay in control of yourself, stay in control of your emotions, etc., especially when it comes to this person or this connection. And you are a fixed sign, Aquarius, so as free-spirited as you are and as airy and fairy as you are, you do like to maintain a sense of balance in your life, a sense of stability, and a sense of control, right? Being a fixed element. So this person has the card of fighting and tuning in, turning in, which is interesting because if you can see what this person is doing, they're trying to tune out all of these negative voices, okay? So it could be that this person is having quite literally a battle with themselves, with their own negative thinking, with their own mind, right? And they say, like, the only real struggle or battle you ever really have is in your mind. And mental illness is a real thing. Like, this person could actually suffer from mental illness. And or this could just indicate that they are fighting the urge on something here. Or maybe trying to tune out so that they don't create a conflict. I can read that lots of different ways, but let's get into it and see. We're going to look at the recent past. Then we're going to look at how you perceive and how you feel about this person. And then most likely outcomes for my Aquarius. Let's see, recent past energy for Aquarius. Recent past. Ooh, the Seven of Swords in the reverse. The Chariot. The Ace of Wands and the Star. My cards are all mixed up, so I'm not going to read the reversals, but I'm going to take note of that. So I feel like, you know, Aquarius, there may have been some things going on behind the scenes, or, you know, some things that were being hidden that I feel like came out. The truth coming out for some of you. Now, this is showing up in the past, and it may have been very difficult for you to, like, move on from this or get over this. And I heard unsee this. You know what I mean? It's like, how do I even take that out of my brain or unknow this, you know? And it really may have dampened your spirit as well as your motivation. And it could also have been surrounded by some sort of ending or big change. I feel you actually coming out of that era or out of that energy, you know, where the shock factor is gone, or where you've had time to process whatever this is that has occurred in the recent past. And there are some changes coming through on a spiritual but also emotional level, because I feel there's been some emotional collateral damage, but there's also been emotional growth Okay. So let's see what this person's recent past energy was. Ace of Cups, Eight of Wands. Aw, Two of Wands. That scared me for some reason. Ah! Too many. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so I feel like this person, they have the Ace of Wands, Eight of Wands, Two of Wands here. So the Ace of Wands is like feeling a lot of love, you know, feelings that are growing, okay, or moving forward with what they love or who they love, etc. I just feel love being at the forefront for this person. I feel like Aquarius, this person really wants, let me say this better. They would have loved to see things move forward in the past because they did have a lot of love for you, Aquarius, or they do have a lot of love for you, okay? Take it as it's resonating. And I feel like there is a lot of like thinking about the future going on, where things are headed for them, like future planning, right? Which you only do when you plan on having somebody in your life for a long time, or when you're thinking, you know, in that mindset. So take it as you will. Let's go forward into the now. So how today and now's energy do you perceive this person, Aquarius? How do you perceive them? Dang it. Why are my cards so messy today? Aquarius, how do you perceive this person? Got Judgment. I don't know what that card is. Too many. We'll take note of them. Two of Cups. Let's see. The Devil. Wow. There could have been like a very addictive quality to the relationship or to this person. The Devil sometimes speaks about like being fixated, obsessed, addicted, right? There could also be like literally obsessions, addictions, things of that nature that this person was struggling with, or maybe you were. Take it as it resonates. I feel like you had to make a judgment call when it came to the connection, you know, as to whether or not you were going to continue to keep this person in your life. But at the same time, there is a soul bond, which means that there is, well, there's a purpose for every connection that enters our life, but some are much bigger purposes. So I feel like there was a purpose to all of this. And I think you recognize that. I think you know that, you know, or you've come to recognize, Aquarius, what the purpose of this connection, the specific connection was for you or is for you. Because I think you spent a lot of time ruminating on it. I think you obsessed over it, possibly, right? Because like as an Aquarian myself, because of our fixed nature, I can tell you, like, once I get my mind set on something, first of all, you're never going to change my mind. But also I will obsess over it, you know, whether it's a goal or something I want for myself or a person, you know, like it's not like we try to do this as Aquarians, but it's just, again, that fixed element to us. We just become enraptured in whatever has our focus. So let's see how this person views you in the now. The Tower, the Knight of Swords, evasive, the Chariot. The first word I got was evasive off of that card combination. The Tower is very transformative energy and yet very unstable. So I feel like this person may feel like the connection really has transformed them, or okay, or there could have been a a level of instability with the connection as well. The Knight of Swords in this deck, see, usually the Knight of Swords talks to me about communication, but in this deck, this person is actually avoiding that. And then the Chariot is like moving really, really fast. So things could have moved really fast in the connection. You have two fast moving energies here, where it just felt like a lightning bolt, you know, or like a tower moment. They're giving me the song Lightning Crashes. I don't know who sings that song. Is it Collective Soul? I could be wrong. Don't kill me. But it's just like, yeah, I feel like, and now I'm getting the song Thunder by Imagine Dragons. Like, it was a lightning bolt moment for this person. Like, yeah, that's the best way I could describe it. I felt like being hit by lightning or something. That sounds so cheesy, right? But that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like it just hit them out of nowhere. They didn't see it coming. They may have not expected, you know, Aquarius, for you to enter their life or for you to have this effect on them. You know what I mean? Like, it's destabilizing almost. So, and I'm getting a Grease reference. It's electrifying. You better shape up, 'cause I need a fan. All right, let's go into the heart space, Aquarius. How are you feeling underneath it all? I used to love that movie, Grease. I owned the VHS. I guess I'm showing my age because, like, what's a VHS? And I watched that movie, like, literally every day after school for months and months and months. Just saying. All right, how does Aquarius feel about this person underneath it all? Like, I literally know every line to that movie. Five of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. How do you feel about this person? Come on. Not so good. Five of Cups, the Emperor, the Page of Swords. Well, I'm just going to say what I'm hearing or what I'm feeling. Emotionally and financially draining, or drained. I don't know if that's because of this person or you're just feeling that way in general. Some of you feel like you gave more than you received, or that you were taken advantage of in some way. I'm getting the song Lose Control, like you didn't have control over the situation, or you didn't feel in control of yourself, or you don't feel in control of yourself. You don't trust. Page of Swords in the reverse. Some of you may have tried to, like, emotionally detach because of this. And again, it may be caused by this person, or it may be your own stuff, baggage, trauma, whatever that you've got going on making you feel that way. Take it as it's resonating with you. But it's like feeling almost like you don't have it to give, you know? You do, but it's a feeling like you don't, or maybe you don't want to. So let's see this person's emotional space. How are they feeling? The Emperor, the Four of Swords, and the Hierophant. So this person is more so, oh goodness. I'm getting, well, I heard Up to No Good, and then I also got the song Shame, 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 Shame. They say shame or chain. I never know. What I was going to say is, like, in their heart space, I feel like this person is committed to doing the right thing or staying in control of themselves. The Four of Swords is like a restful, peaceful energy. The Emperor is somebody who knows what they want and they go for it. And then the Hierophant is like trying to take the right pathway. So I feel like this person knows what they want and they want to go for it, but they want to do it in the right way, which maybe they did not do that in the past, Aquarius, because I got that weird up to no good like vibe. And or they could just, this could be their shadow showing up, where sometimes they be up to no good. I don't know. But I actually feel more of like in their past. So take it as it's resonating with you. It's funny to me because it feels like this person is fighting their own battle. Like they themselves are trying to tune out the negativity, to move away from their own shadow, because I feel that they want to do things the right way. Like they want to be genuine in what they're living and what they're saying. They want to be a good person. And yet here you are over here. I don't think you're really seeing them that way. And that may be because there's things that is clouding or biasing your perception, or it may be because they showed you something, you know, that won't let you see them in that way. Which is really funny. Definitely check out the Aries reading, because I gave an example of the difference between paranoia and intuition in the Aries reading. You know, sometimes like we see the worst in others, not because they are that, but because we have our own fear or our own insecurity wrapped up in it, right? And sometimes we see the bad and it truly is there and it's intuitive, but there's a difference between projecting and intuition. And so I go into that in the Aries reading, and I'm bringing that up because I feel like a similar thing here, where it's hard to tell, Aquarius, if you're projecting or you're intuiting. You know what I mean? Like, I know you know what I mean. Okay, so let me go further. Most likely outcomes: 9 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, Justice. Yes. No, 5 of Wands. Come on. Why the 5 of Wands? Why the 5 of Wands? Some of you are going back and forth between, like, should I just leave this alone, or should I try to get justice in this? You know, should I fight for this, or should I just let it go? Or, you know, because see, the thing is people don't realize, Aquarians, we're very peaceful people, but we are justice fighters. Like if we have a cause or something that's really near and dear to our heart, we almost cannot let it go until we make our point. So if you have felt injustice, right? No matter the cause, no matter the reason, it's hard for you to just walk away from that, to let go of that. So I feel like there's this back and forth here between, you know, do I prioritize my peace, or do I say my piece, you know, or do I explore this further at the risk of it creating maybe drama or tension? And I guess that's a call that you're gonna have to make, Aquarius. Only you can decide for yourself what is true and right for you. But I will say that if it rocks the boat, I would carefully consider the ripple effect. But then I'm being reminded of the spiritual reading where the message was, there is really no wrong choices though. So sometimes the boat needs to be rocked to get it to the shore. So there's not one pathway that is more right or more wrong than the other. It's just about what are you willing to deal with when it comes to the ripple effect. Because there's always a ripple effect from every decision, right? And are you going to be able to ride that out? Ooh, 5 of Wands. So be careful, because I keep seeing 555, and I've gotten the argumentative card so far in 2 of my July readings. So there's a strong likelihood of conflict or arguments to come up during this time frame, Aquarius. The Lovers, especially within love, relationships, your intimate partners. The Hangman. Judgment. But you know what? Sometimes that's needed, right? To get things off the ground, to get things off your chest. Just because here's the thing. They have the 5 of Wands over here too, which is that argumentative conflict energy. The Lovers, this person feels like you're their twin flame or soulmate, or they just feel a very strong connection with you. But the thing is, you mirror the F out of each other, and that could be very irritating. Or at least during this time frame, there seems to be some mirroring going on, because I'm getting NF, the rapper. There's the beginning of the song where he's arguing with himself in his mind, and then it becomes an actual argument. So that could be going on in this person's energy, and then it actually becomes an argument, or in your energy. Just something to be aware of. But at the same time, it results in, like, this person is getting a new perspective, though, through that tension, through the turmoil, through the whatever it is that they're fighting, or you're fighting about, possibly. And it's actually helping them to let go of something. Maybe a judgment they've held, maybe something they've been holding on to for too long, maybe a misperception or misunderstanding of you, right? That they are finally getting to this place of being able to let go, to go into that surrender mode, which is actually going to help move them along the path and move you along to a more solution-oriented type of energy. So, wow. This is so similar to the Aries reading. It's creepy. Let's see what the guidance is then, Aquarius. Card number 28. There are so many right ways for us to behave. It is possible to live upon this planet with large number of other beings who believe and behave in a variety of ways and still live in peace. When you're able to focus in such a way as to allow your alignment with Source, even though others are choosing to behave differently than you're choosing, then you will truly be free from the bondage of attempting the impossible task of getting everyone to agree with you. One right way is not the right way. One right way would lead to endedness. Many right ways allows for eternal expansion. So this card is really encouraging you, Aquarius, to see a broader perspective, and that just because this is what you choose for you doesn't mean that that's what everyone should choose for themselves, right? And to be more open-minded, especially when it comes to relationships, especially when it comes to diversity and other ways of doing things. Wow. Super interesting read. Aquarius. Oh my gosh, I'm going to leave it there. Zodiac signs that you may be connecting with or may have in your own chart. I have the Gemini here, Libra, Taurus, Aries, Cancer, Scorpio, Aries, Libra, Capricorn, Cancer, Gemini, Pisces. Those are the primary signs I'm seeing, but keep in mind it is a general, Leo right here. It is a general reading, so take where it resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe! Please. So you don't miss out on any future content. Click that link below. Also, follow me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff. All of it linked in the About section as well as in the bio. Otherwise, I'm wishing you the very best, Aquarius. And until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.